Myself Raj, welcome to Raj Online Trainings. In the series of Java Complete Placement Codes, in the last video we have seen about the control statements like if statement. What is the use of if statement? It is used to execute some set of statements when the condition is true. If the condition is false, it's going to execute the set of statements presenting else part. Let me recap this. We have seen about if-else statement. What is the use? Let me elaborate with syntax. The syntax of if statement is we use the keyword if and we go with a condition. Then open and close curly braces. Here we go with the set of statements like statement 1, statement 2, like that statement n. Else, again it's a keyword. Again we go with some set of statements like statement 1, statement 2, like that statement n. Now in this case, if this condition is true, it is going to execute this set of statements. If the condition is false, it will come to else part and this set of statements will get executed. What is the use of this? It is used to execute this set of statements when the condition is true. If the condition is false, this set of statements will get executed. Now, we are having some important points on if statement. Points on if statement. These are very important during interview questions. Today even we are going to discuss some of the important interview questions what they ask related to if statement. So the important points are for if, else is optional. For if, else is optional means when you write if, should we write else here compulsory? Syntactically no, it is optional. But for else, if is mandatory. If is what? Mandatory. Means if you are writing else, there should be period if compulsory. Without if, we cannot write else. Then one more important point, if curly braces are not used, then it considers only one statement. For one statement means, for one statement using curly braces is optional. For one statement using curly braces is optional. Now, let us understand all these points with some example codes which are important during interview times. They'll ask during interview times. Now, let me take the question 1. Question 1. So, here we take two numbers like int n1 equal to 10, n2 equal to 5. Out of these two, we want to know which is big. So, we compare here. If n1 greater than n2, if the condition is true, we are going to print in a system.out.println, we will say big equal to the value of n1. Else means if the condition is false, we will print big equal to the value of n2. In this example, since the condition is true, n1 greater than n2 true, so that is 10 greater than 5 true, then it's going to print big equal to the value of n1. In our example, it is 10. Right? Now, so since we are having only one statement, using curly braces optional. Now, let me go with question 2. Now, this is important. Question 1 already I discussed it in the previous video. Coming to question 2, here we take int n1 equal to 10, int n2 equal to 5. Now we write if n1 greater than n2, I'm keeping semicolon, then we'll print in SOP big equal to the value of n1. Again we'll write big equal to the value of n2. In this case, what do you think the output will be? Very important. See here. 10 greater than 5, true, but we kept semicolon. So when we end with semicolon, don't immediately go with error. Don't immediately go with what? Error after if condition. So using semicolon after if condition indicates your if condition is closed here only. Your if statement is closed here only. these two statements does not belong to if. Then if these statements does not belong to if, these statements should get executed irrespective of this if statement. So here the output will be big equal to 10 and even we get big equal to 5 because these two statements are nowhere related to this if condition because we have ended with semicolon. When you end with semicolon, so it's going to terminate here only. One more question. Int n1 equal to 10, int n2 equal to 5. We'll write if n1 greater than n2, then we'll write in SOP big equal to the value of n1. Again we write big equal to the value of n2. Now in this case, understand carefully. Maximum people will go with the answer as big equal to 10, but that is not the correct answer because here after if, since we did not use any curly brace, it is going to consider only one statement. If no curly brace, it considers only one statement. So only this will become if now. Only this will become if. So here 10 greater than 5 true, then it's going to print big equal to n1, that is big equal to 10. Now what about this statement? This statement does not belong to if at all because since we have used only one statement and no curly brace, then it's going to consider only one statement. Only this will become if. Since this statement does not belong to if, even the condition is true or false, this statement will get executed. So again we get the result as big equal to 5 here. Big equal to the value of n2, that is 5. So this is the output of this question 3. One more question. Int n1 equal to 10, int n2 equal to 5. Then we compare. If n1 greater than n2, observe I am keeping semicolon, then we'll write big equal to the value of n1 else we write big equal to the value of n2. Now it's very simple and you have to remember it compulsory. The output is like, see after if we have ended with semicolon. When you end with semicolon, that means your if statement is terminated here only. The if statement is terminated. This statement does not belong to if and we are using else. When we use else, for this else do you have any period if? No. But the rule is what? When you are using else, if is mandatory. For else, if is compulsory. But since we kept semicolon after if condition, your if is closed here, but we are writing else without any if, then it will go with what? Error. And the message is else without if. So when you see semicolon after if condition and after that if you are using else, the blind answer is, you can directly say error. Next question. Int n1 equal to 10, n2 equal to 5 and we'll compare. If n1 greater than n2, then we'll write big equal to the value of n1, then we'll print here in SOP some people. Then we'll write else, again we'll say big equal to the value of n2. This is very important. The output will be, see, observe here. After if, do you have any semicolon? No. But we have written one statement here. Do you have any curly brace? No. If no curly brace, then it is going to consider only one statement. So this will become your if statement. So your if is terminated here. Is this statement belongs to if? No. But we are using else. So when you are using else, do you have any period if for this else? No, because your if is terminated over here. Since if is terminated over here and this does not belong to if, but we are using else. For this else, do you have any period if? No. So again we get same error. The message is else without if. One more question. This is question 5. Question 6. So this is also important. Int n1 equal to 10, int n2 equal to 5. We write if n1 greater than n2, we will print big equal to the value of n1. Observe, I am keeping two semicolons. Else, again we will write big equal to the value of n2. What will be the output? Same case. When you in Java, every statement is ended with semicolon. So this is one statement, and this semicolon also indicates one more statement. Since we are not using any semicolon or no curly brace, it will consider only one statement. Only this is our if now. Only this part will become if. This semicolon is considered as one more statement. This statement does not belong to if, but we are using else. So same else without if. So we get same error, else without if. So all these questions are very, very important. Please practice it. Please type all these questions in your system using Eclipse or Visual Studio Code and check whether the output whatever I am giving, whether it is correct or wrong. So that checking you should do from your end only. Then only you can remember whatever the code you are writing, whatever the learning you are doing, whether it is correct or wrong. Please practice all these things. And in the next video, we'll see some example programs using if statement. Please subscribe, like and share. Thank you.